This video will demonstrate how to accomplish the task required to earn the Canva Level II badge. Upon completion, click the link below this video to request your badge. First, let's review the skills you will need to earn this badge. So first, we're going to take a look at Canva templates, and we are actually going to use a template to create our design today. We are going to look at text effects, how to group and lock Canva elements, how to hyperlink text or elements, and finally, how to generate a QR code directly in Canva. So you'll see a list here of our tasks for today. If you have not already done so, you will want to register for a free Canva for Education account. So if you go to this link here, that's hyperlinked in the tasks, or you can just go to canva.com/education. You'll want to press this purple Get Verified button. And so what it will do is it will ask you to sign in with your Google credentials for Suffolk, and that will automatically pass you through to get the Canva education for free. And that gives you access to the Canva Pro features and also gives your students access to the Canva Pro features if you have them join your class. So definitely make sure you sign up for Canva for education. So today we are going to create a Canva project related to our content area or position. And so we're going to find a template first. So you can choose what you want to create. You can even search for, if you want to make a brochure, you can search for brochure here on this main page. And then there's a ton of templates here that you can use. I'm going to show you another way that you can access templates as well directly in a design. So if you click on this education presentation here, or any of these really, you can make a Canva doc, a whiteboard, a video. It will open up a blank design for you to start from. So for today, for this example, I am just going to create an education presentation. And so once I click on that, it will automatically take me to a new slide deck. So you can go ahead and choose the design that you want to make and the layout that you want. I'm just going to do a slide deck for this video. So once I'm in this design tab, I can access the templates directly from here as well. So I don't have to go out and search here like I did when I searched for brochure. So I'm just going to take a look and see which design I want that fits what I need. I'm actually just going to choose this first one. So once I open up the design, I have some options. I can choose which slides I want individually, or I can just press apply all 23 pages, and that will import all of these slides into my slide deck here. It will just populate right here. For this purpose of this design, I'm just going to add a few. So to add, I just click on the title page that I want, and then I will just click add page, and I continue to build my slide deck. So for this design, we need to make sure we include these following things. We need to make sure we have 3 to 5 slides or pages. It's going to depend on which design you chose. If you're doing a brochure, you would just include the brochure, and that meets that requirement. We are going to want 3 to 5 elements on each slide, 2 to 4 text boxes. So with this specific design, some elements already came over, and some might have come over in the template that you chose to. So these little images here, these are all elements, and I'll show you how you can add some different ones as well. And then there are also some text boxes that came over with this. So I've actually already met this requirement. I just need to add some more and then specifically go in and group and lock and hyperlink things. So now that I have added my content, my slide deck is going to be on the 5 types of external conflict. So I have a slide for each type of conflict. And again, there are quite a few elements in this template that's provided. Like this is an element, this is an element, this is an element, but I'm going to show you how you can add more just in case you need some. So on the left in Canva, in the toolbar, if you click elements, this will take you to a place where you can access graphics, stickers, photos, videos, anything related to what you're searching for. So I'm going to go ahead and add a picture of what this conflict is, character versus character. So I'm just going to search for a word, and a lot of options appear. So I'm just going to choose one. And so once I click on it, it will automatically be added to the slide, and then I can just take and move it where I need it to be. So go ahead and add the elements that you want to each of your slides. Okay, so now that I have added an additional element to each of my slides, next I want to group certain things. So grouping really helps if you want something to move together. So for example, if I want this to move with this box with this additional element here, I can group them together. So if I highlight, I'm just going to click and drag my cursor and highlight the two elements here. And if I go to the three dots at the top, I can press group. And so now that has made it so that these two elements move together. And I can continue to add to those things. So if I want to group this with it, I can click and drag my cursor to highlight it, and then I can press group. And so now these move together. So make sure you group at least two elements. I'm going to go ahead and group everything that is in each of my slides. All right, so now that we have grouped some of our elements together, we are now going to lock elements. So locking really helps if you want to adjust something in the slides, but you don't want something else to move. So if I don't want this to move here, I can lock it. So to do that, you'll just click on the items you want to lock. You'll go back to the three dots, and you'll click this lock symbol here. And so that has made it so now I can't move these elements unless I go back to clicking them and then press this lock icon again. And then that gives me room to go ahead and adjust different elements in the slide deck. So now I can group these together and move them around as I need. So go ahead and lock and group at least two elements in your design. So next we are going to hyperlink at least one element in our slides. You can choose any element that you want to hyperlink. An element is any of these images here. So not any of the text, but an element. So to hyperlink an element or a text, it's the same process. So you'll click on the element or the text, and then you will go to this link icon at the top. And so this is where you can input a link. So I'm just going to take some notes. I'm going to input that, and then now that element is linked to the notes. And so if I click on the element in the slide deck, it will take me directly to there. So next, we are going to want to make sure we have 2 to 4 text boxes on each slide or page, depending on the design that you chose. So with my template, I actually met that requirement. So I have my title and then my definition here. So next, we are going to make sure we add text effects to at least 2 text boxes. And if you do need to add an additional text box, you can go to the left toolbar in Canva, click text, and press add a text box. And so once you click on that, it will automatically add to your slide. And you can move it around. And at the top here, you have some font choices. Okay. So we're going to add text effects to some of our slides. So if I click on the title here, this button appears at the top for effects. And if I click on that, it opens a side window where there are some options here. So you can add a shadow. So I'm going to add a shadow to that here, and I have some more options where I can adjust, make it blurry. So now that I have added a style to the title page, next I'm going to want to make text curved. So we will do that the same way we did with adding this style. So say I want to make this character versus nature title curved. All you do is click on the title, the text, click effects, and then curved is at the bottom. And so once I click on that, it curves it for me automatically. And if I scroll down in this window a little bit more, I can choose how curved I want it to be. So for your text, make sure you have a style to at least one text box and add curved text as well. Okay. Finally, we are on our last step, and we are going to add a QR code to one slide of our project here. So to do that, you'll want to go to the toolbar on the left in Canva and click apps. So Canva is constantly adding more apps, and a QR code generator is just one of them. So you can search QR code here at the top, or if you just scroll down a little bit, you'll see that QR code here is popular. So to add a QR code, all we need to do is insert the URL here. So I'm just going to grab a video for an example of character versus nature. I'll paste the URL here, and I can customize the QR code here just by changing the background color, the foreground color, and the margin, but I'm just going to leave it the same and just click generate QR code, and it will automatically go into your slide deck. And then this is a spot where you can move it and adjust it to where you need it to be. So once you have finished your design, you'll want to utilize your completed project with your students or another desired audience. And you'll want to share the link to this presentation or design that you made. So to do that, you'll click share, the top right, press view only link, and copy that link. And that is the link that you will provide to us when you request your badge.